Welcome back to the practice set for lesson 65, division with two-digit answers, part 2. I failed to do the last example of this in your notebook, and so I wanted to jump into that before we dive into the practice set. Okay, we need to understand what they're wanting in this problem. On a 9-day bike trip through the Rocky Mountains, Vera and her companions rode 468 miles. Wow. They rode an average of how many miles per day? So this is the amount that they rode. Sometimes I like to draw this out in my mind. So this was 468 miles, and they did that in 9 days. So if I see how long they did it, and then I'm going to break it up into parts of 9. Now bear with me, people, on my attempt to cut this into 9 pieces. So we want to know how many miles they rode for each day. And so I'm looking at it and I can see that we're cutting it up or dividing it. That lets me know where we use our divide function. So I take 468, I divide it by 9. Let's go. 9 goes into 4, can't do it. So I have to use these two numbers. I go to my next, 9 goes into 46. I'm thinking through my 9's times tables, and I say to myself, oh, I know that 9 times 5 is 45. That's pretty close. So I say 9 times 5, 45. And then I subtract, and I have 1 left. I bring down my 8, and I say, oh, 18 can be divided by 9 2 times. Yay! So 2 times 9 is 18, and I have 0. They rode 52 miles each day. Wow, way to go. So I wanted to go through that. Now let's dive into the practice set. The first one that they have is, I want you to write it down because we didn't put a box for it, but it's 32 divided by 8 equals 4. I want you to pause and fill out what the divisor is, what the dividend is, what the quotient is. I also want you to, after you get that done, then I want you to complete D through I, pause it, then come back, and we will do this together. Don't let Mrs. Dodd do all the work. You do it, okay? Okay, hopefully you're back, and you've taken time to fill this out. Now let's see if what I do matches what you did. Okay, our divisor is the number that we cut into chunks, and our divisor on this is 8. It's the one we're breaking it into 8 pieces, 8 parts. Our dividend is what we are breaking up, and that is 32. And our quotient is 4. Love a good quotient. Now let's dive in to the division. 3 cannot go into 1, so we've got to go next door. 14 can be divided by 3 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12. 14 minus 12 is 2. Pull down the 4. 24 can be divided by 3 8 times. 8 times 3 is 24, and we have no remainders. So that is a very happy ending. Perfectly divided into whole numbers. We look and we cannot divide 4 1 cannot be divided by 4. So we go to these two numbers. 14 can be divided by 4 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. Why do I feeling like I've done this before? Subtract 2. We bring down our 4. 24 can be divided by 4 6 times. 8 times 4 is 24. No remainders. Yay. Here we go again. 14 can be divided by 6 2 times. Here we go. 2 times 6 is 12. Subtract 14 minus 12. We've done this. 2. Bring down our 4. 24 can be divided by 6 4 times. 4 times 6 is 24. Subtract that. Happy ending. Now we have the division symbol. I'm going to convert these into something that's a little more manageable using a division box. 225. 5 cannot go into 2, so we've got to look at 22. 22 can be divided by 5 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. Subtract 20. We have 2. We bring down our 5. 25 can be divided by 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. We have 0. 455. Whoops. Sorry about that. Okay, let's get back on track. $455 divided by 7. I know that 45 can be divided by 7 6 times. 6 times 7 is 42. Then I subtract. 45 minus 42 is 3. Bring down our 5. 35 can be divided by 7 5 times. Multiply. 5 times 7 is 35. Subtract. No remainders. Now, 200 divided by 8. What are we going to do on this, guys? Well, we'll start where we are. We know that 8 times 2 is 16. So that's probably our best bet. 8 times 2, 16. We subtract. We have 4 as our, when we subtract, we pull down our 0. 40 can be divided by 8 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. We subtract. 0 remainder. And that is the practice set. Good luck on the homework. Thanks for sticking with me. Have a good day.